Malaysia Cave Diving Association is Malaysia. We form in Malaysia is to help us like to do proper cave diving with proper authority approval and so on.
Off Gassing, a scuba podcast with host Nick Hogel. It was a great honor and privilege to have Lee Kian Lee on the podcast. He has been at the forefront of pushing exploration, not just in Malaysia, but all over Southeast Asia. From his early days enjoying the sport recreationally to his pursuit of technical diving, he is on a mission to seek the unexplored. A mission where danger is ever present, but safety never takes a backseat. The Malaysia Cave Diving Association, challenging environments of remote explorations, Turtle Tomb, building a community, and much more. Please enjoy. Lee, how are you doing this evening?
Yeah, good. Just a bit tired, after working a day.
Oh, yeah.
The whole day, yeah.
Just so are you based out of KL?
Yeah, we are based in KL. I mostly work from home or seldom go to the office. Yeah. So because I normally meet client at the Kuala Lumpur. So it's gonna be like that.
Okay. I'm flying through next week. I'm headed to Makassar and then Bira, so I'll be at the KL airport for a short visit. Usually, I think there's one flight that goes to Makassar, or maybe there's more, but through Air Asia. So I'll be leaving here on Sunday, headed out there. So I'll be in KL just for a little bit, and then the layover quite long on the way back. So it's always good. And I know it's not really KL. It's a little bit outside of the city, but yeah, I do enjoy going to KL anytime I get a chance to.
I thought you are based in KL.
No, I'm in Penang.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, then you fly back to Penang. Okay.
Yeah. And so there's no direct flights from here to Makassar, so I have to go through
Yeah.
KL, which isn't too bad. So and unless I'm going actually to the city, because the airport, what is it? It's like 45 minutes away from the actual city.
Yeah, from the town, yeah. About
Yeah.
45.
But no, so I'd like to welcome you to the podcast. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm excited to hear about your journey, hear about your story, and obviously, hear about some exploration that you've been doing for quite a few years now.
Thank you for the invitation. Yeah, we did quite a lot of exploration since the day we start to explore.
So my first question I wanted to ask you is, tell me how and why you became a scuba diver. Tell me about that first breath underwater. Was it absolutely wonderful? Was it absolutely horrible? Was it, this is okay? Tell me all about it.
Okay, so I'm from Sabah. So I live in Tawau. So I think everybody know about the Sempona and then go to the Sipadan. So at my age that time, not a lot of scuba diving around the area. So before I enroll into the scuba diving, I did go to the Sipadan to do a snorkeling. So when I go to the snorkeling, then I start to see they saw such wonderful underwater like coral. When the old days, when Sipadan is still very new, you can see those coral, all the fish is just at the shore. It's very nice. So then I said one day I need to become a scuba diver. So yeah, one day in the university time, so I got a group of friends. We all interested to take a scuba diving. Yeah, then we take a scuba diving at the Redang. So we dive quite a few places together. Yeah, enjoy the time. Then one day I dive quite a lot in the open water, like normal scuba diving, open water dive. So we dive quite a lot area like in the Indonesia, Maldives, Australia, Barrier Reef, all this. Yeah. After I dive sometimes, then I remember when I'm young. So I saw a guy holding a turtle, the turtle shell in front or in the Sipadan cave, turtle tomb cave. Yeah. So then I say, why not I start to like go for the technical diving and then go into the cave diving. This is how I started. Yeah.
Well, I've heard about the turtle tomb. That's what it's called. I've heard about it. Why are there so many turtles in there? Why are there so many turtle skeletons?
Okay, there is a few story about it. So they say when the turtle they know they will die, they will go inside the cave and die inside the cave. This is what I know about. Yeah, this is one of the story. Another story is the turtle go inside the cave and they get trapped and cannot come out. It's a set, yeah. It's a set, yeah, because you can see quite new turtle going in before they are fully decay. So the body, yeah, some is still new going inside there.
Oh wow. Maybe they're just
I
they're
mean,
not properly cave trained.
yeah, maybe they go. There's a two story. One is they know they're going to die, they go inside, and then another one is they get trapped.
Okay, okay.
They cannot come out.
Is it a pretty big cave? Is it, as far as length and size, is it pretty good size?
I can't remember the total size. I think about 100 to 200 until the end. So the entrance is about 20 plus meter. So then you will
Oh,
see
okay.
the cavern entrance. So you have to go until inside. Once you go inside, you can start to get shallow, maybe 9 meters. Then it's an easy dive inside the cave. It's not a deep dive. But the chamber
Oh,
inside is quite big. There's a few passage, but there's one passage you can lead to the outside, but a small
oh,
one. You need to squeeze, then you can go out. But
okay,
basically,
okay.
I won't say it's a easy cave, but yeah, if you need to be proper cave trained, then yeah, it's a for good for the new certified cave diver to train there to explore there. Yeah, it's quite safe. I will put it this way. And then you can
Okay, okay.
see those fish inside. The funny thing, you can see the fish inside. There's one like a red snapper. They swim upside down. They swim near the wall because I think maybe they've been inside the cave quite long. So I saw every people go inside there, I can still see the fish inside there. Yeah, they swim upside down.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
pretty
it's quite
funny.
funny. I can recognize the fish there. Yeah.
I'm very new to cave diving, so I don't think I've actually ever been in an ocean cave, to be honest with you. I don't know if I've seen one. I know I've been told about a few in some of the areas that I've been, but I actually haven't been. Are there a lot of ocean caves out there, or is that the only one?
In Malaysia, so far, I think that is the one that is good to dive. During the last year, August, we have Bagai Sulawesi, the exploration. If you can see from my Facebook, or I posted there. So from there, we did discover a quite big underwater cave. It's very big. So the entrance start about 30 plus meter.
Oh wow.
So when I reach about 50 meters, so the cave is open up. So the 50-meter is just at the ceiling of the cave. So the bottom is a very dark blue. I can't see how deep is the cave. And then I not even can see the other side of the cave. It's just massive. It's quite big. So we did explore several locations there. Then there's a few sinkhole around the area. So based on the local people say, sometimes they can see like a big log going out to the sea. That's why we do a cave dive at the sea there to find there's a giant cave down there. And then we also go to the nearby sinkhole. So at the sinkhole, we dive until 67 meter and still it's still going. So we're using just an open circuit. Yeah. So I get a quite deco time there, about hour and plus. Just to decompression because we didn't have any like mixed gas or whatever. I had to carry 3 tank and then deco about 1 hour plus because of it's too deep. It's too deep. I go quite far and then it's deep. Then yeah. So yeah, I think there's another one. The cave is quite the sea cave. I would say it's a good one. Of course, that one need more technical, like you need rebreather and so on to go in. But of course, there is other sea cave at the. Have you? I mean, I'm sure you heard about the Bao, the Bhutan,
Yeah.
the Muna Island. So there is a several sea cave. We dive there. So the normal one, I think they go is the Moko. No, I think the Moko. If I'm not mistaken. There's one. I think it's not the name. So I can't remember the name. The one sea cave that people normally go there and train. But of course, there's other sea cave around there we explore. But I think they didn't go there anymore because there's no other passage inside there.
Oh, okay, okay.
Uh, the very first time, yeah, we go there to explore sea cave and with Paul. I think Paul also you invited at the podcast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually have not met him in person. I've just met him online, and I'd like to get a chance. I know one of these days, hopefully, I'll run into him at one of the events. DRT or Mighty or 8X. I think he's going to be at 8X. I'm not 100%
Yeah.
sure. But let me back up just a little bit. So when you started diving quite a bit, and you knew you wanted to get into overhead and technical diving. Can you tell me about your progression there, going, start to get into the overhead and the technical side of diving?
Okay, so after I decided to take the technical, so I take my technical diving at Tioman. So during the all days, you know, there's not much people taking the technical diving. So I with my instructor one to one.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, one to one. It's a very
That's
stress. I appreciate the training because it's one to one. You get the full attention from your instructor.
yeah.
So
To be
whatever
honest, I
mistake you
almost
do,
prefer it.
whatever mistake you do, whatever he can see everything. Yeah, it's fine. I get it trained well. So I passed my the tech, Paddy Tech 50. So I dive to 50. So I certified for that. Then I start to continue my progression in the cave diving at Thailand. So my instructor is Dave, we call. Yeah, then during same, during all this technical and cave diving, no, not many people is joining, but it's fine. So I get my instructor. So the first thing, he bring me inside to the cave. So when I go into the cave, it suddenly just get dark. Of course, I guess like scared, I get shocked. Suddenly it get dark. Fine, because I need to calm down. So continue to dive. Then my instructor asked me to do a restriction. Go into restriction. So I follow. So I go inside restriction. I get stuck. I don't know. He purposely test me or what. It's okay, fine. So I get stuck in the restriction. I just okay, fine. I try to switch through, but I can't. I calm down. I don't move. Then he come and pull me out. So I don't know whether there is a test for us to like whether you are suitable to do cave diving or what. But I passed that. So then we continue to do the cave diving course. Yeah. Then after we do the cave diving, then I start to dive. Then of course when you do the cave diving, mostly the cave is deep. I put it this way, it's deep and then some is far. Then I started to use a rebreather to do cave diving as mines diving. This is how I progress until today's. Yeah.
Okay. What kind of rebreather?
I have the white arrow rebreather, but I soon going to find another new rebreather. I talked to Paul and Miko. I will test out the Optima and then the Sidewinder.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
What do you think I mean, you're going to try them both, but do you have a preference? Do you think you'll like I tried the Choptima, which is the chest mount, and then I ended up going with a side mount unit, the Fathom Gemini, which is very obviously similar to the Sidewinder. But what do you think you'll have a preference of one over the other?
the reason is I've been dive with the white arrow. White arrow it can configure to back mount and side mount. I dive with the it's a MCCR. Okay, so I also dive with the Poseidon unit before. It's a full CCR. It's an auto CCR. So this time is why I want to test this unit. Eventually, you need a backup.
Yeah.
So one is a side, one is the front. So if you ask me, eventually I will get two rebreather eventually, but just I'm not sure which one I will get first, whether it's the front or the side. That's why I'm going to test these two. Maybe I will get the side first. Then later in the future I will get the one on the front mount for both backup.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what I'm thinking. That's why I'm going to. But this time I'm going to test first which one is I prefer one. Then only I go to buy and use it. This is my opinion. Yeah.
No, I like the idea of the Choptima because it's small, it's very travel friendly, and I mean, I'm sure you know all too well. Living in Penang, there's really little to no diving. I can go to a pool, so anytime I go diving, I have to get on a plane or drive, and
Yeah.
it's nice to have a small unit. But that's also what was really nice about the Fathom Gemini is it's a small, pretty compact unit. I mean, I don't. It's not as light as the Choptima. I'm not sure of the weight of the Sidewinder, but I know that's also a very travel friendly. So that's something that eventually I'd like to try it at some point. But as you well know, rebreathers are not cheap, so it's a slow
Yes.
process to get all the stuff.
So this time I need to test properly first. So then I will decide one of them. Yeah. Because we need the rebreather to progress for our mines diving and the cave we found in the Indonesia.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
some that one big and deep. Yeah. it's really tempting for us to continue there. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that you're just itching to get back because I have not been part of any exploration or anything like that, but it's something that I feel once you kind of get into cave diving, it's very appealing because I do feel that there's still a lot of unfound caves out there. So it's definitely something that piques my interest, and I haven't even done it. So I'm sure once you start doing it, I could see it becoming very addictive. But actually, I just wanted to ask a question. I've never thought about asking this. So it seems to me when a lot of people, I know now I've been to Tiamen, but it seems to me that like a lot of people when they technical train, Tiamen seems to be the place to go. Is there no other place in the all of Malaysia that is like a good spot? Is it because you could get depth at Tiamen? It seems like a lot of people will go there, even in the past to get technically trained. Why there as opposed to other places around Malaysia?
Depends. I mean, what kind? Okay, I'm talking about the old days. In at Tioman, there is many dive center there, and then the one as I know, they're doing technical diving there. There's a few people offering the technical diving at the old days. I mean, the old day, but nowadays, Sipadan,
Yep.
like Uncle
Yep.
Chang, yeah. So they provide technical diving, and then they further extend your skill to deep diving, and you can do the cave diving there.
Oh, okay.
But of
Okay.
course, depends on the people. I think nowadays it's quite affordable. People will just go Sipadan or Tioman to do the technical diving. But the old days, not many choice. I will put this, but nowadays there's a lot of choice here. And then Tioman is the one of the easiest to access. To be frank, so it's just at the West Malaysia.
Yeah.
You can just drive. Then you can just go. Yeah, there's many resort. There's many things you can choose to eat.
Yeah.
So it's yeah many choices. I will put this yeah. This is why people will go there. But if after you want to extend more deep diving, like what Uncle Chang, the Lohan, they're offering, now you can do 100-meter dive in Sipadan.
Oh, wow.
So I
Okay.
don't see any other place in Malaysia can do the 100-meter other than at the Sipadan now, because there's a depth. They also do the cave training there, which yeah they have the environment to do the training at
Okay.
Sipadan. Ah,
There's someone out there I know because I believe there's one other person in Malaysia that dives a Fathom Gemini. I think maybe he's in Sipadan.
I'm not quite sure about him. Yeah.
Do you? I don't know. I'm not sure. I think there's because I heard that there was someone out because the Fathom Gemini is a pretty smaller
Okay.
company, so there's not many units out there. So I know that I think there's one person somewhere in that area. And then another question is with Sipadan, do they limit the amount of people that could go diving in Sipadan?
Yeah, they need to get the permit. I'm not sure how many, 100 or 150. I'm not sure nowadays, but yeah, you have to get your permit before
Oh,
you can
okay, okay.
dive at the Sipadan.
Yeah, it's a place I have not been there yet, so I definitely plan on it at some point. And I actually have not even been to that side of Malaysia. I've only been to peninsular Malaysia and traveled around a little bit, but I haven't been to what is it, Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, Tawau. I don't know how to say
Tawau,
it.
Tawau, my hometown,
Tawau.
Tawau,
Yeah,
Tawau, yeah.
yeah. I heard the diving there is pretty nice too, or maybe off of Tawau, or you fly into Tawau and then there's some good diving on that
You,
side. I've heard is pretty nice.
yeah,
Pom Pom Pom
yeah,
Pom Island, is that what it is? Pom Pom.
yeah, Pompong Island. And then actually, I think you have met my friend, Rosman, right? Rosman, remember
Yes,
him?
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
so yeah, I say he did discuss about, so maybe the next time we can bring you around to follow us to go for some place to do exploration. Yeah, I say yeah,
Yeah,
no
no, that
problem.
would
Yeah,
be amazing. And I need to reach out to him because I was trying to line up an SRT course with him
yeah, correct. Okay,
because
good.
it's something I building up my skills so that I could be a valuable member to an exploration project as opposed to just the guy that comes and
Correct.
hangs around.
Yeah. Because
Uh,
here in Malaysia, as we explore quite a lot of places, it's not like in the Baobao or Mexico or Thailand or even though Philippines, they have a like accessible, easy access to the dive site, the cave or the mines. So the easiest one we found so far is at the Lembing, the mines diving location. So that is considered the easiest one. You need to walk about 300 meters before you can enter into the water. So of course we still found other spot. Yeah, if we got chance we can bring you around. And we will continue to other mines and the cave diving that we left over in the past. Then we'll continue this year.
Well, that was going to be a question that I wanted to ask is, so obviously you're a part of the Malaysia Cave Diving Association, and I know that it's obviously you're going around exploring places to cave dive, but I noticed that there's a bit of actual dry caving too. Were you
Correct.
into dry caving before
Correct. That is the thing.
diving?
That's why I say it's good for you to get the SRT course learn, because in Malaysia, most of the cave you need to do some SRT. You need to do the technical caving, the dry caving part. Then only you can reach to the water. So there is a one cave at the Pahang, based on our like my guru, my sifu, my instructor, the cave instructor Zainul. So they know we like to find a new cave to dive. So he bring me to one of the cave. You need to descend about 90 meter,
Oh, wow.
and then you need to squeeze in a restriction. Then only you can reach to the water. So we did
How
dive there.
how did they find that?
So Zainu and they are the Masa. I can't remember the full name. They are so-called the Dry Caving Association of Malaysia. I can't remember the name Masa. So I learned the SRT from them, from the Rosman. They are from there. So we do quite a lot of exploration together, West and East Malaysia. So they know us, we like to cave them. So they tell us of which spot they found the water before. Then we go to find out. So due to I think the land, the geological in Malaysia, I think our sea level a bit high here. I mean, we are at the high. I mean, we are more on the upper part, I would say. So
Yeah.
we can't easily find a underwater cave here. So not that easy, but we did find some. But the accessibility is not that easy. So one of them I mentioned just now, you need to descend 90 meter. Yeah, I dive just with single tank. I found there is a passing through down there. But to go back there with 3 person or two team with 8 tanks, I tell you, it's not a simple thing. Then we continue explore at the Ipoh, Perak. We did find a few good location. One of the location is of course Ipoh, the Masurat. Now it's a geopark. So we find the underwater river cave down there. So meaning the underwater river cave, meaning that there is no spiral, there is no stalactite or stalagmite inside the underwater cave. It's just a passage. So we did dive up till 20 plus meter. It's still going on. So we haven't go back yet. But I didn't bring quite a people to dive there because you need to squeeze in 2 restrictions.
Oh.
The second restriction is very tight. It's very tight. Yeah, we will be back there. If somebody interested, then we can continue because it's it's quite dangerous.
I've done very, very little restrictions, and it took me a little bit to mentally prepare to go
Correct.
to it. It was in Muna, and I had to
Muna.
remove one tank. I felt it was a good place to practice to do a restriction. I definitely enjoyed it, but it took a little bit of mental preparation just because I mean, you hear about the stories, right? There's plenty of stories out there where people pushed it too far and didn't come back home. And so this is all going through my head, and I'm like, dude, I'm
Mm.
very new. I'm very, baby cave diver. I don't need to be doing this. But I was with a good group of people, and I felt that it was a good place to practice. But yeah, so that's why, even when I was talking with Roseman, I was like, hey, I'd love to come and help on a project, but
Yeah.
not necessarily dive. Like I'll carry tanks, I'll be a
Yeah.
porter, because I don't know I'm just still such a new cave diver, so, but I think it would be absolutely amazing. So yes, please, if there's a invitation, I would love to hop on a team and just go help out any way that I can.
Yeah. Thank you. Good. As you know, I mean, if you at the Muna, even though you pass through the restriction, you still got the visibility after that
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the Muna. But the cave here, if you pass through the restriction, you won't have the visibility to come back.
That's right.
So yeah, that's why I mean your dive buddy must be quite a steady guy. So I dive with Eric to the restriction I mentioned to you the at the Masurat, the underwater cave. During the way back, he stuck. Not say he stuck. He just stopped at the restriction. Then he take quite some time to find the way out because you cannot see. And then you know the line it will moving. It will move a bit.
Yeah.
So the restriction is small. When the line is moved to somewhere, then you thought you cannot go out. But he is okay. He's quite an experienced cave diver. So I quite comfortable to dive with him. So yeah, he find a way out. Then I asked him, what happened to you just now? Why you stop at the restriction? Then he said, the line is moved. Then I cannot go out. He said, then he start to like touching the around the surface. Then he find another assist, then he squeeze out. That's why in the case here in Malaysia, mostly once you squeeze, then the visibility will gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
The cave we go. Even though at the mines diving, because we're using the open circuit, so when you go in, yeah, it's clear, it's crystal clear. But when you go out, it's totally no, I won't say zero wisp. The wisp will be disturbed. Also, like the one, if you know the people nowadays, I think they go to the one of the place like the Pollock Tunnel at Sungai Lembik. So I did lay quite some line there. So there's a few restriction I didn't lay the line because it's quite dangerous to squeeze through the restriction. So I did squeeze through some restriction. I see another chamber to go on, but like you. So when you squeeze through, I know this is not a natural cave. Natural cave, I don't mind. I can squeeze through the natural cave. That one is fine. When I switch through, I pass through the restriction. Then I start to tell myself, hey, this is mines. Those rock is very fragile.
Yeah.
Then I take a look. Then I come back. I didn't put the permanent line at some of the location. It's quite nice. You trust me. After you squish out, then you can see the chamber. It's very nice. But then no, my mind tell me no, this is not a natural cave. Then I go back.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
So, do you think that there's quite a bit of mine diving in Malaysia more than natural
There
caves?
is. I mean, so far we discover the diveable cave mines. I would say mostly is mines in West Malaysia.
Oh. Oh,
Uh,
really? In West
yeah,
Malaysia?
really, yeah. West Malaysia. So we also discover one Perak mines. Perak mine is a history mines. And then the people know, yeah, some people they know we found something. There is a history part that people they forgotten. In order to reach to that mines, the entrance is very hard. You need to squeeze through the muddy area with all your tank. Yeah, if you got the chance, I show you some picture. Then we dive. Then only you can reach to the entrance. We did finish the that part. Then we continue to explore. There's other part also is flooded. The one we haven't continued yet because in order to reach to the area, you need to use you need to squeeze through a very tight restriction. You need to swim vertically. I call it vertically. Then only you can go in.
I might. I feel like living in Penang, I've gained some weight, so I might have to lose some weight before I try to go
We will
diving.
give you some
To
tests
squeeze.
first. Some tests. We will give you some tests to pass through some restriction. Then no dry cave, dry cave to see
Yeah.
how comfortable with you.
Okay. I'm curious because when I first moved to Malaysia, I wasn't a cave diver, but I knew I wanted to get into cave diving. So I started looking around, asking around, researching. Is there a bunch of mines north of where I am? Perilous? Is that what it is? It's on the
Correct,
pretty much on the border of Thailand.
correct. You are right.
Is there any diving there?
Yes, there is. This is where we are heading this year, which we been
Oh,
promised to one of my friend, Zoo. We found the cave, we found the entrance, uh, but then due to the MCO, then we didn't go back yet. So this year we will be back there. Then you can come. Yeah, I think that.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I could drive. I mean,
Uh,
it's like 2 hours. I think what the border from Penang is like
yeah,
2 hours. It's very
two
close.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, about for you it's close, but for us we need to drive about 5 to 6 hours to reach there.
You said
But
the
in order
MCO. What is the
MCO
MCO?
the lockdown, during the COVID lockdown.
Oh. Okay. 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 I'm very curious because driving the places that I've been in Malaysia. So I've driven obviously up north. We drove to Langkawi. I've driven across to Kota Baru. I didn't do any diving. We just went to a wedding out there, but there's a road, really nice drive that goes through the
Yeah.
rainforest. And I was, Malaysia is full of karst areas. So I was like, man, this would be a lot of potential. But I don't know, obviously, and it's something that I'm slowly getting into. So it's quite exciting.
We been explored quite a lot of in Malaysia. Before we officially formed the Malaysia Cave Diving Association. So one of the reasons we formed the Malaysia Cave Diving Association is to do cave diving exploration properly. So the reason is because one day I give a talk, I can't remember at the DRT or the MIDE. So the bomba, the firefighter, they come to my talk. Then they say they warn me, say, Lee, someone is going to see your talk from the government, the bomba. Then I get scared, I say,
Yeah.
hey, there's somebody come to like maybe they want to like scold me or stop my exploration. Then okay, fine. Then after my talk, they come to talk to me. So they want to like to know how we do exploration, how a cave diver, their mindset, how the cave diver dive. Then slowly we discuss, then we work together. Then we form up this Malaysia Cave Diving Association under the bomba. So we are actually under the bomba. So with that association, so nowadays we can easily collaborate like for example you want to go to police, you need to get the permission from the local government like the forestry and few other government. So we can easily get the permission. So this is why we going back this one officially. I mean to dive there. So other location as well. Previously I do it kind of illegally, but nowadays yeah, everything I started with this but then they requested us to like okay you form under the bomba so report all our activity to them, although they say Lee whatever you do now if you have accident we cannot help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say okay, no problem, just like you just tell what is the activity you want to do. Sometime we join together to do a knowledge sharing with bomba. So with this kind of a connection, so then it's for us easier to do exploration around here. Because now you go to the police, definitely the forestry, well, we need to work with the forestry there before we enter to the cave.
And it's separate as far as state, right? Or is it one throughout Malaysia, or is it you have to contact the state government?
State government. Different
Oh,
state, you have to different forestry
ah,
department. Yes. But most of them we know because we have the MASA, as I told you, it's a Malaysia a dry cave team. Also, we know about some forestry friend. That easy is speed up our paperwork.
okay.
It speed up our paperwork with the proper association. Yeah, it will help. If that trip on, then I will ask Rosman to contact you. Yeah, we can plan a trip there together.
Yeah, no, that would be absolutely amazing. And here's another question that I have. So, obviously, exploring in Malaysia comes with challenges. So, it's hot, there's bugs, there's a lot of stuff
That's it.
involved. It's not just like you said walking to a dive site and jumping in. Have you ever had somebody come along and they said I this is too much. I can't do this.
Normally we are okay. Maybe I'm the one that scared more than people. I mean, people. I get scared. For me, I scared of snake. Snake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would be terrified.
yeah. But the thing is, when you scared of snake, how you want to explore?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
the thing
It's
is,
yeah. It's got to be tough for sure.
but the thing is, when I explore, I didn't remember about the snake. I didn't remember. I just go and go and go. That's why I put all my body with all the cover. I cover everything, even though it's hot. That's the way
Yeah.
it protect myself. So yeah, I wear full boot. I cover everything. Cover. But the place that we go at the police there later, there is a snake.
Oh,
I think when I visit there, I think they got baby already. But I'm not sure
oh.
how many snake will be at the entrance waiting. But
Poisonous?
so far it's okay just at the entrance. At the police, the
Is
one
it
that we are going in.
is it poison? Are they poisonous?
They say the water snake, right? Water snake is poison.
Yeah, I
But
need to.
normally they don't come to us. Normally, they just swim. I saw them, then they were just they are just going away.
I'll have to get some information on where to get proper equipment to go exploring. Like you're saying, the full bodysuit.
Yeah,
Anita, I have a cave diving helmet, but I don't know if because it's just a light monkey helmet. They're actual. I can't remember the brand, but there's an actual caving helmet that I need to look into
correct.
next time I'm in KL. So, because the lights, the dry lights, because I have dive lights that you can't turn
You
them
can, yeah,
on
can, yeah,
outside of the water or they'll burn up.
yeah.
So I have to get some equipment. So, yeah, definitely let me know beforehand so I can run down to KL or Shopee everything and get everything on
Yeah.
Shopee. Uh,
The just the helmet is a bit hard to find because we need to find a helmet can go into the water and also do the dry caving.
yeah. Petzl, is
Or
that what it is? Petzl.
yeah, pencil is fine, but they don't have because we're using the old model they call the Erin rock. I don't think they produce anymore.
Oh,
Then
okay,
the
okay.
nowadays when you get the pencil, you need to see whether inside the helmet got a span. Then the span you need to remove. Then yeah,
Oh,
we need to do some modification in order
okay.
for us to able to dive into the cave and the dry caving.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I did a little bit of dry caving in the fall of last year in Vietnam. They have some beautiful caves in
okay, yeah,
Vietnam.
sure,
And it was just dry caving though. We swam through a couple of caves, but I was asking them about if there's anybody doing any exploration there, and I'm sure there is, but I think a lot of it's controlled by the government. So I think you have to go through a
correct.
lot of paperwork just to be able to do anything there.
Yeah, same. I did exploration last year at the Laos. Yeah, you did. I mean, I joined the exploration. So of course, the organizer they did a lot of paperwork and then talk to local government before we can go there. Actually, I did plan to go back there. With all the diving gear, maybe next 2 years. But the thing we need to drive from here to the Laos with all our
Oh,
compressor and tank because we can't find the tank and the compressor there yet. There's somebody they have it, but it's not that easy to get it. So we need to bring that. We explored it. We found yeah quite a promising place to dive actually.
oh, really? In Laos?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, that was gonna be my I guess my next question is so the Malaysia Cave Diving Association. You're obviously exploring outside of Malaysia, and it seems that Sulawesi is like you were saying. It's a lot. There's a lot of exploration going on over there.
yeah. No. I mean Malaysia Cave Diving Association is Malaysia. We form in Malaysia is so is to help us like to do proper cave diving with proper authority approval and so on. So, but when we go outside of Malaysia, some we also carry Malaysia Cave Diving Association. Like the recent one we do last year at the Bagai Exploration. We go using the Malaysia Cave Diving Association, working with the Gajah University at the area.
Is it pretty tough to organize trips outside, like going towards Sulawesi? Is it pretty difficult to dive over there? Like, if you find a cave, can you just go dive it, or do you need a lot of different permission from the government or the state government over in Sulawesi?
Same with the as because they are the local there, so the all the permission is done by them. So example, the one we did recently at the Bagai Island, every place we go, so all the local authority will come to welcome us.
Okay.
Individual one. So when you reach to one place, they will have like a welcome. They will have like praying ceremony.
Okay.
Yeah, every part, but it's fine. Yeah, we just follow. Then yeah, before the dive, they also do the praying for us. It's quite okay. Even though yeah, it's okay. I mean, this is the thing that we need to follow. Then we follow. Yeah, but normally outside of the Malaysia, the local party they will prepare all the permissions.
Oh, okay. When you show up, the group shows up with all the dive gear ready to go into a cave. How do they just kind of look at you guys like, why would you want to go diving in there? Like,
Yeah,
are they pretty surprised?
same. I mean, depends on the location. So let's talk about Malaysia first. So example at Malaysia. when we start to dive at the mines at Sungai Lembing. So when we start to find the place to dive, I started with Dr. Azaha. So yeah, we go and find place to dive. Then we find Sungai Lembing. We say, hey, Lee, let's go Sungai Lembing and find the place, the sea. Then we go there. Then we talk to the people and finally we find a place to dive. Then people ask, are you sure you're going in here? What are you doing here? Why you come here? They people ask, the local people there, they ask because they worry we come here to find something.
Oh, okay.
Find something is one thing. Some like when you want to explore a place, the landowner or the people around there, they don't want you to do something that may cause out something that cause their problem.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get what I mean, sir? For us at the Sungai Lembing, before we dive, we talk to a lot of people. We talk to the ketua, the head of the village. I talk to the local people there. I talk to the landowner to convince them what we are doing. So whatever we find out, then we will share with them. So what is in there? So slowly they know us. They won't ask anymore who we are and so on. So okay, fine. Then I go to Sulawesi, the Muna. So when the early beginning of the days, not many people dive there yet. So I explore quite a lot of places. Some places before they go in, the local people say, hey, Lee, there is something outside of the cave. There's something like the people like playing, They say, what is this? They say, this is something, this place got cursed. Got
Oh.
cursed. Then I say, no problem, fine. Let's get the permission from the local, then ask about the history about this cave before we go in as a respect. Then we go, then they ask, they talk. Then they curious why we want to go in this cursed place. They said the ancestor told inside got the monster, and then the family get cursed. They come back and play. You sure you want to go in? Yeah, I say fine. I will do some playing first before I go inside the cave. Yeah. Then they curious why we will still want to go in the place get cursed. So yeah, I said no problem. We get permission first. I talk. Then okay, fine. Then we go in and we dive.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I could see that a lot of, especially because some of these caves are in very remote areas. So
Correct.
I could see people being superstitious about it, just, no, because they probably never seen anybody that did go in there.
Yeah, correct. They curious why we want to do this. And then I think nowadays, after I did go there quite often before the COVID lockdown. Then okay, they are starting getting familiar with us. So what we are doing, yeah, then we are okay. Yeah. When just
Oh,
when you start to do that, then people will ask, why you want to dive here with all these kind of things. Yeah, we just say, I just want to see what is down there. Yeah, can I get the permission? Can I go in? I get the permission first. Then get the permission, then we try.
as far as members, how big is the Malaysia Cave Diving Association? Do you have a lot of members that participate in the explorations?
Actually, we started with a small group, and then we did open up the membership to fill up. But because we are not a full-time diver, we didn't take this one as our job. We doing this because of the passion. So of course, many people like they are asking why we have registered but never get a reply and didn't ask to join the exploration. I say sorry to them because we are too busy. Actually, this year we should be last year we should open up some trip to get some member to try. You did that. I think it's quite okay. But the thing is, this is the thing that we are discussing. If we open up the membership, if people are applying, then cave diving or mines diving, our trip is not like very recreational kind of the place you can go. If this trip I can only call for 6 people, how about the remaining 20 people?
Yeah, yeah.
This is the thing that make me like people say I'm very choosy. It's not because of the choosy, because I can't call everyone to come together. This is not how the exploration will work. Of course, there's some area in the Ipoh we think up to open up, like the Lembing location, but definitely it's not a 20 people can come to dive in one time.
Yeah, yeah.
Some people like you, it's okay. You say you come, you can assist, you cannot dive, it's fine. But yeah, sometimes you want to dive also. So I don't know how to make it balance. And then we don't make this one as we didn't take this one as a profit. We
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
like charge you like we didn't do all this kind of things. So yeah, we're still thinking maybe you can give some idea to Rosman
Ah,
to
yeah.
advise how we can do this. Yeah, because we are not doing this one for commercial. To be frank, we're not doing this one for commercial. We cannot organize 1 month every week bring 6 people to go to dive. No,
Yeah.
we have work to do. We have work.
Yeah. And I mean, to be honest, I don't think that there's anything wrong with being choosy because, like you said, especially me, I'm very new to cave diving. I don't want to just get in the water with anybody. So I would be
You're
very
right.
choosy.
Yes.
like, okay, we need to do a few dives before we go in. And then
All
also,
right.
the reason why I asked that question earlier is like, do you have people show up and then they're like, yeah, this is too much for me? Because it's not like going to Mexico or Muna is different, but like Mexico or Florida where you could drive up, unload your gear, and there's the dive. It's
Mm,
like no, you have to unload the gear, hike it in, probably multiple it's not like I think that there's absolutely nothing wrong with being choosy because the last thing you want to do is be 4 or 5 hours away from somewhere and then now you have this person who doesn't want to be there because it was too much for them or they're a liability. So I think that's perfectly
nah,
fine.
you got the point. That's why you got the point. As because you see why I interested to invite you because you have take your initiative to learn the SRT from Rosman.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
means you
Oh,
are preparing yourself to you equipping yourself to cave. As you say, we are not the cave here is not simply you can access. If you can just drive and down there, why not? It's easy. But for our cave, no, you need to walk. Example, the police, I can let you know. In order to just walk inside the cave and out, it will take you 6 hours. That is just walk in and out. I haven't like really explore all the passages. Of course, I take some time to rest and some lunch inside there. So imagine, so if we going to dive inside there, definitely I will bring some small tank to go in to check. But if do a full exploration, you will stay inside the cave. You will
oh
stay inside
yeah.
the mines, I would say. You will stay inside the mine because in order to reach inside the mines, it will take you some time. But once you see the dive site, you will see it's very nice. I put it's very nice.
So the place that I went to in Vietnam, it's this business that they're called Oxalis, and
Okay.
I think there's
Uh,
maybe
I
one
know.
or two other companies that will run trips up there, but when we signed up for it, there was literally like 50 questions we had to answer before they were like, okay, you'll go on a trip. It was like, okay, when was the last time you went hiking? When was the last time you did this? Okay, now you need to send us pictures of you hiking. You need to send us
All
so I and because they have had situations where people sign up and I mean you're same thing. You're a day's hike, so you're 5-6 hours away from the nearest building. You're literally in the jungle. And they've had people be like, I can't go any further. I have to turn around because it's central
I know.
Vietnam, hot, humid, bugs, just every scenario. And yeah, so absolutely nothing wrong with being choosy. Yeah, and 6 hours, that's a good trip, man.
This is why we don't know how we can manage with the a group of a lot of people they want to join. But I hope we open up. Then if we didn't invite everyone, they will get upset. And then it's not our responsibility to bring everyone to a place to dive. This is I don't know how because I am not doing this one for commercial. So
Yeah.
I really if I doing commercially, okay, never mind. Every 1 week I can go 2 times. Yeah, fine.
Maybe you plan some dry caving trips and see who can handle the caving trips. And if people can't handle it, then
This is one of the like so-called kind of the test. Like a few out of the member, I will call it Ivan and Elise. So before they become a cave diver, so they come to the trip. They come together with us. They help us. Yeah, fine. Then they become a cave diver. I know them, so I can comfortably dive with them because I know they can help. They can do the work together. No issue. As you say just now, if you just come with someone and you need to go inside there for a few days, if you cannot handle suddenly you want to pull out for the trip, no, it's not that simple.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ah,
And well, not even speaking to other people in reality, and especially I would only assume this is more so in exploration, even when you're doing just a fun recreational dive off of a boat, the dive is so short. The amount of time that you have to spend with people outside of the dive is so much longer. So you want to make sure you get along with everybody, and there's like a, everyone's meshes and
Connection.
is friendly,
Yeah.
because the last thing you want to do is be 6 hours away from anywhere and you don't even like the person that you're with.
uh,
So there's nothing wrong with being choosy. I think that's
yeah.
absolutely fine.
Yeah, just some people like we are choosy, and I mean me like not saying be me choosy, and then dive with Lee is dangerous. Yeah, you dive with me, it's dangerous. I put it this way. Yeah, my diving is not that safe. I will put it this way. No, it will never be safe because I don't know what will happen, but I will just dive. Yeah, of course I'm dangerous.
You got to get a t-shirt. Don't follow me. I go to dangerous places.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Oh, awesome, man. Awesome. Well, I last question for you before
yeah,
I let you go. And no, thank you. This has been absolutely wonderful to chat with you. And I definitely look forward to actually meeting up with you in person. And please let me know about the exploration projects that I could join, because I would love to come and help. But my last question for you is particularly aimed at me. So somebody that has never done exploration and they want to get into exploration as far as finding caves, diving caves, what is the best piece of advice you could give to somebody who is just at the beginning of their exploration journey?
okay. Assume the person's already as a cave diver. Try, I mean, if you become to an explorer, you need to have multiple skill. So get to learn more, not as you say, like example SRT, the technical caving. After you get technical caving, go to a cave first. Understand the cave. Not just because cave diving is cool, you want to do cave diving. You need to appreciate the cave, not just underwater. Go to the normal cave and go to the technical cave, and then understand what is the stalactite, how stalactite form, what kind of the very precious, like example, helictite, understand about the cave structure, then understand about the safety, not just or just diving, and then learn other skill like mapping, and then of course get yourself trained. This is the thing you need to equip yourself before you just become an explorer, not just you want to dive a cave. This is my advice. Everyone can do a cave diving while you get the certificate, but become an explorer, you need to do more than that.
Well, Lee, I absolutely appreciate you coming on to the podcast today. This has been absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for taking the time out to come and chat today.
Yeah, thank you for the invitation. So hope to see you soon.
Off Gassing, a scuba podcast.